Well, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, whatever your current live situation is. Hello, YouTube. This is Jeffrey Kite back again with another episode of Kite's Curiosities. Gonna show y'all 3 TTM through the mail autographs that I have gotten here while I'm at the new house. So these are the first 3 here at the new house with the new address here. First up, we got Mr. Harrison Burton. I don't think you can tell too much about his autograph. He put it right there on that black fire suit. You can see a little bit of it, but doesn't show up too good. But I'm very happy to get old Harrison Burton back. Harrison, he's a pretty good old race car driver. He's in the NASCAR circuit. In 2020, he was the NASCAR Xfinity Series Rookie of the Year. And that year he had 4 wins, 15 top 5 finishes, and 22 top 10s. And then the next season, in 2021, he did pretty good, but not as good as he did the year before. Didn't have any wins, but had 10 top 5 finishes and another 22 top 10 finishes. So out of those 2 seasons, 4 wins, 25 top 5s, and 44 top 10 finishes. They thought he was ready for Cup Series in 2022, so I think it was Wood Brothers gave him a ride. I know he drives for Wood Brothers now, Wood Brothers Racing. They gave him a ride, and a full-time ride, but it's not really it's not translated to a lot of success. He's ran, counting this weekend, he's ran 79 races on Cup Series since 2022. He's only had 1 top 5 and 4 top 10 finishes. He's got some work to do yet, but his daddy is Jeff Burton, NASCAR legend Jeff Burton. So, I mean, he's got a good pedigree to follow, so hopefully he can harness that talent that he's got. He's proven he can win. He just, I don't know, just been snake bitten a lot, so. Anyway, hopefully he can get that turned around. That's Mr. Jeff Burton. Or excuse me, Harrison Burton. Jeff's his dad, sorry. Up next, we've got what I think is a very underrated person. I think should be in the Hall of Fame. But he just ain't getting the love from the voters. And that is this man right here, Mr. Freddie Lewis. Let me tell y'all a little bit about old Freddie Lewis here. Freddie Lewis. Freddie Lewis is an ABA legend. Absolute legend in the ABA. He was a 3-time ABA champion, 3-time ABA All-Star. And he is on the ABA all-time team. I mean, was phenomenal during those seasons in the ABA. He's the only player in professional basketball history to start out his career in the NBA. He played for Cincinnati in, gosh, I think it was the 66, 67 season, something like that. Might have been a little bit later than that, but I know he started out in Cincinnati in the NBA, played with them for a year, then went to the ABA, was with Indiana, Memphis, and St. Louis in the ABA, and then came back to the NBA when the Pacers went, back to the NBA or got allocated to the NBA. So the only player in basketball history to start out in the NBA, play his whole career in the ABA, or for all the seasons they had, and then finish up in the NBA. Just going through some of his accolades. I mean, in 1970, in the 70 ABA finals, he averaged about 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists when they won the championship. They won that championship again in 1972. He averaged 23 points, about 3 rebounds, 5 assists in that series, and he was the ABA Finals MVP in 1972. 1973 ABA Finals, again, wonderful, wonderful stats. He averaged about 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists in that series. Then, a couple years later, in fact, he was with this team right here, the St. Louis Spirits. 1975 ABA All-Star game. He was the MVP of that game. He had 26 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists as he led the East team to victory. Now, I think that's pretty daggum good considering that game featured 8 Hall of Famers. And you're named MVP of a game, an All-Star game that had 8 Hall of Famers in it. I mean, come on, guys. That's unreal. Like I said, he's on the ABA all-time team because he is 6th all-time in points for the ABA, and he's 4th all-time in ABA history in assists. I mean, I think I've said enough that we need to get Mr. Freddie Lewis in the Hall of Fame. So, what y'all think? Tell me down in the comments if y'all agree with me. But last, and certainly not least, let me slide these guys down a little bit. We do have a Hall of Famer on this one. And it is none other than Mr. Rogie Vachon, Hall of Fame goalie. Let's see. Let me get it right there. Let's see. We got Rogie in there. There you go. Rogie Vachon. He's a Hall of Fame goalie. Spent most of his career, or his best years, with the Montreal Canadiens. He was a 3-time Stanley Cup champion. Now, if you go on hockeyreference.com, they only list him as a 2-time champion. Why, I don't know. But he was on 3 Stanley Cup championship teams. In 67-68 season, he and his teammate Gump
Worsley,
who's a Hall of Fame goalie, together they won the Vezina Trophy as the top goalie pair in the league. Gump had a good season. He was 21-15, Gump was 21-7-8 that year, and Rogie was 21-15-2. So both of them had really good seasons that year. And Rogie did not play in the 68 Stanley Cup Finals. They went with Gump. And Gump, he did really good. He performed very well. Then in the 68-69 season, Rogie had another good season. But that year, when they made the finals, they benched Gump. Gump was about 39 years old, and they wanted to go with a younger goalie, I assume. I'm just trying to research that, why they went in that direction. But they went with Rogie for all 4 games of the Stanley Cup Finals in 69. And Rogie was lights out. Rogie, he was 4-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals in 69. He only gave up 3 goals on 107 shots faced. 3 goals out of 107 shots. That's a save percentage of 97.2%. That is just outrageous. I mean, that was some good goalkeeping right there. Rogie again found his way into the Stanley Cup Finals in 1971, but for whatever reason, they went with Ken Dryden. I mean, you can't really blame the Canadians. I mean, Ken Dryden, he was a Hall of Fame goalie, but I mean, in 71, when they made it to the finals, Ken had only played in 6 regular season games. And so why they went in that direction and trusted a rookie, I'm not real sure. But, Ken played lights out in those finals, and that was the end of Rogie's time with the Canadians. He went on to play with the Kings, Red Wings, the Bruins. Wound up winning 354 career games 1974-75 season, he led the NHL in save percentage with 92.7%. And just an all-out great, wonderful player. Wonderful player, Mr. Rogie Vachon. Y'all know I love these index cards. Again, guys, if you're going to send out index cards, try to send out the big ones. Get you these blank 5x7 index cards. Man, you get some incredible autographs. They sign them things big, boy, when people send athletes those index cards, the big ones. All right, folks, that's it. Tell me what you think. As always, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. Till next time, y'all take care now. Have a good one. Bye.